So welcome everybody to the 100-day ListMaster Challenge orientation call. I'm excited to have you here. I want to welcome you to the 100-day ListMaster Challenge. Now, here's the way I look at it. The way I look at it is you are right now in the 100-day ListMaster Challenge because you took action, because you took the time to watch a video, you took the time to fill out an application in which you expressed to me a pretty significant commitment of how you want to approach your business and how you want to play. And so because you made that level of a commitment, and because you said on that in application that you were prepared to commit to play at 100%, you committed to be coachable, you committed to be 100% present, and you said you were prepared, if this is the right thing for you, to invest in yourself thousands of dollars in order to participate in the 100-day ListMaster Challenge. Now, we do that because just like I train you guys as real estate agents to always pre-qualify your seller before you do a listing presentation, I am pre-qualifying real estate agents before I invite them to this orientation call to participate and learn about the 100-day ListMaster Challenge. Now, here's what the challenge will do for you. I see you as in the challenge right now. The question is, and what our call today is designed to do, is for you and me to be able to decide together if the right thing for you is to stay in the 100-day ListMaster Challenge and formalize that and stay that. Many of you that are on this call right now are already signed up for the 100-day ListMaster Challenge. And so you've already made the commitment, not only by filling out the application, but you've already made the financial commitment. So again, I'm excited to have you guys on and welcome you as well. What my goal is in the challenge is that we're going to train you in 100 days how to have motivated clients lining up to give you business without BS gimmicks, without wasting your time and money on things that will not give you results. Over 100 days, you're going to master systems. You're going to master skills. You're going to master strategies. You're going to master a level of thinking of a success mindset that will make you so powerful and that will make you show up so real and so authentic that people will literally not have the ability to tell you no. Now, is that what you want?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
That was a question. Is that what you want?
Yes.
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely. Yes.
So
Yes.
to do that requires us to go from where we are today to a new level of mastery. Now, many of you that are on this call, as I said, are already, a lot of these people on this call right now are taking the 100-day ListMaster Challenge for the second, third, fourth, or even the fifth time. This will be the 19th 100-day ListMaster Challenge that we will have ever had, the 19th challenge. And I counted up somewhere, but I don't remember where, that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, at least 14 people that are signed up for this challenge that have taken the 100-day challenge before. Now, if people are willing to do the challenge more than once, what does that tell you about the 100-day ListMaster Challenge?
You always get better every single time.
It gets results. You will get better, and you'll get better every single time. Alex, I heard that was Alex Kaliliford. Alex, how many times have you taken the challenge?
5th.
This is your 5th 100-day ListMaster Challenge. Is there anybody here taking it that is more than your 5th? Anybody on this call? Okay, I know Monique Howard, it's her 5th. Anybody else who it's your 5th challenge? Okay, the reason that's important is for those of you that are on, that are brand new, that all you've seen is maybe some of my YouTube videos or whatever, just if you're wondering, who is this guy, Kevin Ward, and why should I listen to him? The 14 people that are signed up for their 2nd, 3rd, 4th, or 5th challenge should tell you all you need to know. And that is, if I was full of shit, they would have been gone, right?
Long ago.
Long ago. And Yet many of them that are on this challenge are here because they're making over $500,000 a year now and want to go 7 figures. They want to go to the next level. And so some of you are on this call and you're brand spanking new. You've never sold a house. Perfect. Here's what I care about. Are you committed? That's what I care about. Are you committed to winning? Are you committed to having it all in your business and in your life? If you are, I would like you to let me know by saying, oh, yes.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I know it's embarrassing for some of you going like, I'm going to talk.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Cool. Well, welcome all of you. Glad to have you on. I am going to right now, I'm going to mute the entire call. I'm just going to mute all of you so that there is not the background noise, but it's great to see all of you. I just see a couple of other people that have joined us, several other people actually that have joined us. So I want to have a little bit of conversation about what it takes to be in the 100-Day List Master Challenge. Now, I need to ask you guys a question. How do you want me to coach you and train you today, as professionals or as amateurs?
Professionals.
Professionals.
Are you guys okay if I speak to you as if you were a pro?
Yes.
Yes.
So you heard that? Say yes.
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 Is anybody not okay with that? Okay. So we are, thank you for those of you that are chatting it in. That's awesome. I, again, prefer, if you got mics, talk. If you don't have mics, you can chat in. So this conversation on this call is not like, this is not business as usual. This is not a webinar. This is not a regular real estate training. This is the 100-Day List Master Challenge. I train masters. I do not train amateurs. I do not train dabblers. I do not train people, survivors. I train people who want to be the best in the world at one thing, and that is delivering results for your clients so that you can make a ton of money and have the lifestyle that you want in every single area of your life. Now, to do that, we have to think and behave different than all the other real estate agents out there that you hang out with on a regular basis in your real estate offices that average doing 2 to 10 deals a year and don't have a life, that live in survival mode. And so I want to share with you right now, by the way, all of you should have a pen and paper, have a notebook, have something that you can take notes in. If for those of you that are already registered, if you already have your 100-Day List Master Challenge journal, there's really not place in this to do it. So what I want to encourage you to have is to get another journal. This will be your challenge journal. Okay. And then I recommend that you get another journal that will actually be for taking notes on in the calls, because this is where you will track your journey of the next 100 days. This is the stuff you're doing. This is the stuff you're learning. So grab a journal. If you don't have a journal right now, just grab a notepad, anything that you've got, and a pen. You'll also want to have a calculator that should be on your phone. So your phone right now should be turned in airplane mode. If anyone does not know how to do that, it's real simple. You just open your phone up, go to if it's an Apple, you just pull down the little thing right there and you find the little thing that looks like an airplane and you tap it. Turn your phone in airplane mode and nobody will die or lose a deal. Promise. All right. So I want everybody to have a place to take notes. And here we go. Number one, first, we're going to write down the 3 laws of mastery. The 3 laws of mastery. 3 laws of mastery. So write that down. The 3 laws of mastery. Mastery number 1. The first law of mastery is time control. Time control. These are the 3 laws of mastery. It's actually the first 3 laws of mastery. Number 1 is time control. 3 laws of mastery. Number 1 is time control. I will also call that, it's also sometimes called the law of presence. The law of presence. And what is the law of time control? It means that if you're going to be a master of your business, and a master of your life, you must also be the master of your time. So let me ask you guys a question. Whose life is it?
Mine.
Whose life is it?
Mine.
My life.
Whose
Mine.
time is it?
My time.
Mine.
Your time. So who owns it? You own it. So by the way, if you're on both a computer and a phone on this call, it's going to do that feedback. So just so you guys know, and that I'll unmute you guys so you can give feedback and so you can answer questions. So just be prepared for that. And don't be on another phone call. Because what does the law of time control mean? It means that you can block out the next 2 hours from now until 2 p.m. Pacific time or 4 p.m. Central or 5 p.m. Eastern. You can actually block out those 2 hours and own it. You can control that time. You can actually do that. So it's the law of time control, which gives you also allows the law of presence to work in your life. And here's what the law of presence is. The law of presence says wherever you are, you should be 100%. Wherever you are, you should be 100% present in the moment. All greatness happens in your ability to be one place at a time. Now, what is the greatest addiction in America that kills our productivity and kills our ability to achieve? It's distraction. It's because we can't stay present in the moment, in a conversation, in a task, on a call. We're all over the place. And that is going to keep you locked forever in mediocrity. It's going to keep you locked forever in being an amateur. Pros know how to focus and be present in the moment. Can you guys imagine a professional baseball player going into spring training and they're out on the field taking batting practice and he was like, oh, hang on a second. I got to take this. And him being texting while they're in practice. It would never happen, would it? Why? Because professionals know how to be present in the moment. Amateurs are all over the place. Amateurs allow this to control their life. Now, what shows up here, what shows up on your telephone, what shows up on your cell phone is everyone else's agenda for your life. And I promise you that their agenda is not for you to have the lifestyle of your dreams. Their agenda is not to help you achieve your goals. That's on you. And if you want to own it, you've got to master the law of time control, the law of presence that I can be right here. So right now, if you've not yet done it, make sure that you've turned all the browsers off, all the other browsers off on your computer, that your phone is on airplane mode or do not disturb so that you're 100% present. If you got it, say, I got it.
Got it.
Beautiful. Law of mastery number 2. The second law of mastery is the law of ROI. What does ROI stand for?
Rate of return.
Return
of investment.
Return on
Rate of return, rate of investment.
Return.
It is the law of return on investment. And here's what that simply means is that masters understand investing resources of time and money into something in order to get a better return. You see, would you guys all agree that you are your number one asset in your business? Would you guys agree with that? If you are, shake your head. Yeah. Absolutely. You are in your business, you're the number one asset. Now, there could come a day where you may be one of the assets and maybe not number one, but almost every one of you are going to never be at a point in your business, you don't really need to be, where you're not the number one asset in your business. Okay, so if you want to grow your business, if you want your business to have more success, to have more income, wouldn't it make sense to invest in your number one asset, which is you? You are your best investment. Now, the next 100 days is going to pass. The choice that you have to make is, am I going to stay where I am and continue spending my time and my energy and my resources, or am I going to take the next 100 days and invest myself into a course of action, into a journey that will absolutely transform my life and literally have those motivated clients lining up to give me business? It's a return on investment. And what masters understand is where broke people look at something and they go, how much is it going to cost me? Wealthy and successful people look at something and go like, how much will this make me? Because they're not focused on the cost, they're focused on the return. You want greatness? You got to invest in it. And it's work. It takes effort. It's hard. Third law of mastery, as number 2, third law of mastery is the law of follow through. the law of follow through. And that is that masters choose a course of action, they make a decision, and then they take action on it. They don't procrastinate, they don't dilly-dally around, they don't sit on the fence. They get off the fence. They set an intention, and then boom, they go, they take action. Now, what happens is most real estate agents, let me just give you an example of that, how that shows up. Right now, we have 45 people on the orientation call. Okay, 45 people on their orientation call. How many people did we have sign up for the orientation call? How many, Elena? We had 89 people register for this orientation call. 89, which shows you pretty, and it's almost like 50%. 50%, and you've heard this, 50% of success is just showing up. Literally 50% of the people who made a commitment to be on this call aren't even here. Let's see, over 30% of the people who got on this call got on late, which is what amateurs do, not what pros do. So we'll be working on that. If you decide to do the 100-Day List Master Challenge for it with us, there is no showing up late. Nobody shows up late on a 100-Day List Master Challenge call. It just doesn't happen. All right. I know that's weird. That's different, but that's just the way it goes. Pros don't show up late. They don't show up whenever it's convenient or when they get there. They show up early every single time. That's just the way it goes. Now I want you to think about, here's what the 100-Day Challenge is designed to do. The 100-Day Challenge is designed to transform your business from where you are today to compress time and accelerate the growth of your business to really leap you 1 to 2 to 3 years ahead of where you would have been otherwise. So literally, we're talking about doubling and tripling your conversions, doubling and tripling your business in the next 100 days. Now, does everybody do that? No, not everybody does that. But a lot of these agents do, and over a third of the agents actually double or triple their income in 100 days or even more. And a lot of agents, about another third of the agents that do the challenge, they increase their income dramatically, but maybe not double or triple. And for some, because they're making a lot of money already, it's harder to double your business in 100 days. And then there are others that really don't perform at all. And what we have done is everything that we're doing right now is I have done everything that I can, and we've revamped this whole process to eliminate that group. The people that come in and don't take action, we've done everything we can to eliminate that by making you go through a lot of bells and whistles, jump through a lot of hoops just to get on this call. And so I want to congratulate you guys for making that commitment and for choosing to be on here. Now, I want you just to imagine, I want you to think about 100 days from now, what could change in your business and in your life. And I know some of you are at very high levels. Some of you are extreme at levels of business already this year that you've never seen before in your life. And so I want you to imagine what can happen in the next 100 days if you elevate and accelerate again. What would a dream business look like for you, where you have the success and the income to afford the lifestyle of your dreams? And not just to have the money, but to actually have the dream area in all areas of your life, so that your life is totally healthy. Not only is your business healthy, but your marriage, your relationships, your finances, your mind, your body, your emotions, your funny bone, because you're actually having fun, your spirituality, the whole package. What would it be like if you could have that, everything the way you want it to be? And the challenge will give you mastery in all of those areas. Now, because there's a lot of you on that have taken the 100-Day List Master Challenge before, I just want to let you guys know that there are some major changes we are making in the way we are doing the 100-Day List Master Challenge. One is that we will be spending time and focus not only on your business, but more focus on all the areas of your life. So in the 100-Day List Master Challenge, we're gonna literally be setting parameters, and every one of you will make commitments and set goals for changes and breakthroughs that you want to have in every area of your life. So that it's not just like how many listings you've taken, which will be awesome, and how much money you've made, which will be awesome. But it's also about what is your family feeling? How is your personal peace of mind? How is your joy level in your life? Are you loving your life, or are you just making a lot of money and hating life? And you guys know what I'm talking about because you've seen people, and maybe you've been in positions where you are making a lot of money, or you're doing well, or something's going well in one area of your life, but it's falling apart in another area of your life. That's happened to me, and I don't want it to happen to you. And so for those that have worked with me before, are working with me now, a lot of these people that are already in my inner circle and so forth, you guys know that my commitment more than anything else is your success, not just in your business, but in your whole life. Now, here's what we're going to be doing over the 100 days is we're going to be mastering 3 secrets to having people lining up to hire you. How do you do that? 3 secrets. And with this, and just so you guys know, even for my inner circle members, the guys who have been working with me for 3 or 4 or 5 years, we're going to be doing some cool stuff that you've never seen before.
Nice.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. So I like to do that because I want to stretch even the veterans, I got to stretch them in the challenge so they're continuing to be stretched. There's got to be some adventure. So it's going to be some cool stuff. But what I promise to all of you is we don't do anything just as busy work. We don't do anything that doesn't have meaning. I'm not doing stuff to make your life hard. I'm not doing stuff to make your life miserable. I'm not doing stuff to keep you guessing or confused I'm not there. I don't do that crap. I don't do stuff to try to create an effect. What I care about is creating a result. And I want to help you create the best results in every area of your life. So we're gonna dive into 3 secrets to having people line up to hire you. Number 1 is becoming the person. Becoming the person they can't say no to. Become the person they can't say no to. Now, a lot of this is going to be new. So these are going to be the 3 secrets. Number 1 is becoming the person that they can't say no to. It's going to be who you become in the 100-Day List Master Challenge. And we're going to be diving into that, into you in all areas of your life. And so if you've got areas in your life that are ugly and you want to hide in the corner and not let anybody know about, we're going to bring that out. Now, we're not going to bring that out to embarrass you. We're going to bring that out because if you're hiding something about your life, it's because you don't like it. It's not the way you want it to be. So we're going to help you get into that, pull it out, and change it. It is about transformation. And how do you become a person that people can't say no to? Because I have this conversation a lot of times, and I've had this conversation with leaders, with brokers, managers, and they're going and even other real estate coaches. And they go like, I train people, I teach them all these strategies that have worked for me, and I've been so successful, but I can't get anybody to do it. Why won't they do it? Or why doesn't it work for some people? And here's why. Because the strategy is not the magic. The strategy or the magic is you. It's who you are. That you become the person that people don't want to say no to. You become the person that when you walk into a room, everybody knows somebody just showed up. And by the way you show up, by who you are, by how you look, by how you carry yourself, by how you think, by your body language, by your physical appearance, people don't want to tell you no. Now, to do that, it requires developing deliberate habits of success. To become the person that you want to be requires having deliberate habits of success. In your mind, habits of success here. Habits of success in your body. Habits of success in your body. And habits of success in your behavior. In all areas of your life. Behaviors with your money. Behaviors with your kids. Behaviors with your hobbies, with how you spend your time, all of that, the productivity, the personal fulfillment, and all of that. And it's not the amount of effort that you spend. You know, some agents are like, I'm working so hard and nothing's happening. Well, if you're working so hard and nothing's happening, then maybe we should look at it and go like, okay, so maybe it's not the amount of effort that's the problem. There's something else. What is it? And one thing it can be is it can be you. It can be the person. So we're going to take everything. We're going to be taking the best science, the best practices in the world that the highest achievers use, the people who are the best in the world at a thing, and we're going to be implementing that in your life over the next 100 days. Now, I will also promise you it's going to be harder for most of you. It'll be harder than anything else you've ever done in your life. That's going to happen, but it will transform your life. Number two, the second secret. The second secret is not only a person they can't say no to, but it is to create an irresistible selling system. How to implement a selling system, a business framework that is irresistible. Now, I have called the framework that we use to create all this the real estate vortex. And for the last 4 years, ever since I created that, we have been working and that we constantly refining it and sharpening it and honing it and adjusting it and tweaking it and working it to say what is the best way to create a business model that anyone can implement that will generate the best leads, that will convert those leads into business, and that will allow you to deliver the best results every single time. And we've continued to refine that and define that, and it has become something that I unveiled a part of it at the last training camp, at Double Your Listing Power training camp that a lot of you were at, where we talked about the 20-step selling system. And there are things we are bringing into a model that we've never done before, that as times have changed, as technology has changed and so forth, that will literally help you create a business in 100 days that will attract more business than you've ever had before. And it'll be the power of pull lead generation rather than push lead generation. It's not you pushing people for business, it's you attracting people for business. And just to be clear, that does not mean we're not going to be talking to people. It's not like, oh, so this is not prospecting anymore. We're not going to do any cold calling or any of that kind of stuff. Well, number one, we're not going to do any cold calling. If you're a cold caller, we're going to work on transitioning you out of cold calling. Now, if you're cold calling and you're getting business with it right now, do not stop. Whatever you're doing right now that's working during the 100-day List Master Challenge, don't stop doing what's working, okay? Because I don't want you to stop doing what you're doing that's working and not make any money while you're trying to implement something new. So we will integrate what you're doing that's working with a system that will help you do that more effectively and bring in other ways of generating business that will give you better business for the rest of your career. Okay, so if you got it, let me just unmute here for a second. If you got it, say, I got it.
I got it.
Got it.
All right. Now, by the way,
I got it.
we will have it at the end of this whole thing. We're going to have plenty of time for Q&A. So I've got about 30 minutes, about 1 o'clock. So at the top of the hour, I'm going to try to have everything done that I have to cover. I've literally blocked out 2 hours for this call. It may go 1 hour and 10 minutes before we get to Q&A, but then we'll have plenty of time for Q&A to answer any questions that you guys have about the challenge itself. I mean, I'm going to go over the actual logistics of the challenge and all of that as well. But this is the stuff that is going to happen in the next 100 days that I'm so excited about. Now, here is the third thing that is a game changer. And I think one of the great secrets of the challenge of what will happen for you, and that is the Dream 100. And that is creating and finding and building your Dream 100. I'm going to give you guys some really, really, really good news right now. Here's the good news. You don't need to buy hundreds and thousands of leads every month. Right now, the biggest waste of money in the real estate industry, is marketing to get thousands of leads a month. You do not need thousands of leads a month, my friend. And one of the big pressures that people feel is like, oh my goodness, I need to get 1,500 leads a month, or I need hundreds of leads a month. Look, you don't need hundreds of leads a month. You only need a few. So I want you to think about what a Dream 100 will look like. Let's just think about this. What would 100 transactions for you in the next 12 months do to your business? What would it do to your life? What would it do to your income? 100 deals, okay? Is there anyone on the call right now that your goal or you are on track for 100 deals this year? You can unmute yourself or you can type it in. Yeah, it would change my life. It would change most of your lives, guys. When my third year in 2000, I started in 1998. In 2000, started in June of 1998. In 2000, I did 108 transactions. Changed everything in my life. I made more money than I'd ever made before in my life. And I got a divorce. That kind of sucked. That wasn't really the way I wanted it to go. Right? So understand that when there comes massive growth in your business, if you're not taking care of the other stuff, then you can be soaring in one area of your life and then you crash and burn. And that's why here we talk about who you become is as important as what you accomplish. And that's why I said we're going to be dealing with all the areas of your life, because you've seen it. Maybe it had it happen. You're succeeding and you're doing great in one area of your life, and the other areas of your life are falling apart. You just fell in love and your relationships are going great and everything's awesome, and you're spending all the time with the love of your life and you're not making any money. Or you're making money and your things are going great and you're working night and day and your marriage falls apart. Or you're dialed into your work and you're working and you're busy and it's going great and you're getting awards and you're making money and your health goes to crap. Or your peace of mind and you get stressed out and you have a nervous breakdown, or you go into depression. One area of your life is succeeding and other areas of your life are falling apart. And when one area falls apart, it will bring everything down. So we got to make sure that does not happen. So as we talk about creating a Dream 100 and what would 100 deals a year do for your business and for your life, it's with the understanding that the challenge helps you build a framework for your entire life, not just for your real estate business, that lets you win in every area of your life. That matters. Now, back to this idea of thousands of leads. Here's what happens to a lot of real estate agents. So they get into this thing of marketing. I'm going to market on Facebook and we can generate all these leads. And what a lot of them are generating is actually thousands of non-motivated people that are clogging up their database, and they don't know what to do with them because they don't have a system and because they're really not leads. And they're bringing in all these people that are called 1,500 leads a month. Well, if you had somebody that was actually a lead means if you follow it, it's going to take you somewhere. If you're generating 1,500 people and you're getting 3 deals from that, then you're not generating leads. You're generating a lot of nothing and a few leads. So one of the things that we're going to be focused on is finding the motivated people, building the relationships with a few people that will be the best source of business for you. Now, a lot of this is parts of the vortex. So it's both bringing in people, building relationships with people who are going to do business with you now and are going to continue to be a source of business for you over time. So just think of it this way. If you have a personal circle, which is what I call your database, if you have a personal circle of 100 people, those 100 people could feed you and probably make you a millionaire. They could feed you for the rest of your life and probably make you a millionaire if you knew what to do with those 100 people. But most of us are too busy trying to focus on find the next shiny object, or like, I need business today, so we're going to go out and chase everywhere looking for deals. And the easiest thing to do is throw money at your problems. Throw money at marketing, and maybe I can get more leads. But I want you to think about what 100 people represents. If you had 100 relationships, each of those 100 people on average know 200 or 300 people. And of the 200 or 300 people they know, 10 to 20 to 30 of them are going to move this year, because 10% of the people they know are going to move every year. 10% of the people are going to move every year. So if you got 100 people and each of them, let's say, only knows 100, and 10% of that 100 they know are going to move this year, that means every one of those people know 10 people that are going to move this year. You guys follow me? If you are, shake your head yes. Are you guys following me? If you are, shake your head yes.
Yes.
All right, good. 10 people. Each one of the 100 know 10. Do you realize that means there is 1,000 real estate transactions out there potentially for you to have? All you got to do is tap into those 100 and get 1 out of 10. Now, those are real numbers. So where's the gap? Well, the gap is in the connection between you and the person who's doing the deal. And if you build the right relationships with the right people, I'm telling you guys, a Dream 100 will change everything for your business. Now, in a few minutes, we may take and have some feedback from some of our inner circle members that have been through the 100-day challenge one or more times. They're obviously back to do it again. And they will, I believe they will attest to the fact that what I'm saying is absolutely true, that 100, if you find 100 people that would be worth one deal a year for you, either personally they're buying or selling, or they refer you one person a year, 100 people is 100 deals. How hard would it be if you focused on the next 100 days on finding one person a day, one person a day that would be worth a deal for you this year? And what would that do for your life? Instead of trying to find 1,000 a month, find 30 or 40 people a day. Now, you may have to talk to 20 people a day to find one, but they're out there. But what we're focusing on is the simplicity of focusing on quality, not quantity, and focusing on relationships and leveraging a relationship rather than just being out there trying to get ourselves everywhere. Now look, Coca-Cola has a strategy. Coca-Cola has a strategy of having every single person in America know who they are, what they do. That's their strategy. That's how they survive. And they spend hundreds of millions of dollars a year, maybe billions, I don't know how much, in marketing themselves so that everybody recognizes Coca-Cola. Because they're selling a product that you buy for $1 or $2 or whatever. You don't need that kind of brand recognition. You don't need that kind of exposure. You just need 100 relationships. So one of the things we help you do is simplify your business, and we'll show you real life examples, and you'll learn from real life case studies of people who literally focus on 100 relationships and make millions of dollars a year. Would that be okay with you guys if you could have a business like that? If it would be okay saying
Yes.
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 That's what I like to hear. Now, to do all of this, from becoming a person that is irresistible right here, requires transformation. This requires transformation. This requires transformation. It requires breakthroughs in transforming who you are and how you show up every single day. So it will stretch you. It will pull you. It will cause you to have mental resistance. We're going to be dealing with all of that. But what will come out of that is transformation that will literally double or triple your results and your income in the next 100 days. Now, that won't happen for the actual income increase won't happen for all of you in 100 days, but the foundation out of which that kind of success will grow will happen for every single one of you. Now, this is extreme, just so everybody is clear. The 100-Day List Master Challenge is extreme. It is a level of intensity that I have never to this day seen anything like in the real estate industry. It is designed to push you harder than you've ever been pushed before. It is designed to help you accomplish more in 100 days than you've ever accomplished before. So it will probably be, for many of you, harder than anything you've ever done in your life. So this is not like, the one thing a lot of people compare this to is they ask, is this kind of like bold? Okay, so if you've ever heard of BOLD, it's a Keller Williams thing. So BOLD is kind of like 7th grade football. And the challenge is like training camp in the NFL. There's no comparison. It's like the difference between kindergarten and doctorate degree. I mean, there's no comparison between the way what they teach, how they train, and what's going to be happening here. No comparison. And there's plenty of people on here that have taken both the challenge and BOLD, and I'm not dogging BOLD. BOLD is great training for amateurs. But I don't train amateurs, I only train pros. So how you show up and how you perform is different. We don't have the conversations about like, well, are you doing what he said? I'm not doing that. That doesn't happen. This is about your commitment to having the best life possible. My goal is not to educate you how to do real estate. My commitment is to help you transform your current real estate business from its current level to a level of market domination in 100 days. That's my commitment. I'm at level 10 on that commitment. Now, the real question is, are you at level 10 on that commitment? Because that's the only way it's going to happen. I will be your personal trainer, but I can't do your push-ups for you. Only you can do that. And what comes out of this orientation call today is you're either in or you're out. Because once we start the 100-day challenge, there is no backing out. There's no quitting. And that's the reason we have this orientation call. And next Wednesday, we'll have our launch call, is to make sure that if you're in, you're all in. We can't do the hokey pokey in the 100-day List Master Challenge, because the 100-day challenge is too sacred. It is too powerful, and the level of commitment of the people in it is too great to let someone with a lack of commitment mess it up. All right? So now let me just kind of lay out real quickly what's going to be happening in the 100-day List Master Challenge. It's 100 days, which is 13 and a half weeks, 14 weeks, 90, it's 100 days. So it's a little over 14 weeks. During that 100 days, you're going to get over 32 hours of live, intense mentoring and coaching directly from me. There's 2 calls a week. There'll be the regular challenge call, which will be a 2-hour call every week. Tentatively, that will be on a Wednesday. Time and date for sure to be announced, but it will start next Wednesday. Will be the launch call. So that will be day 0 is next Wednesday. So next Wednesday, April the 11th at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m., 10 a.m. Pacific, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern time, and it will be a 2-hour call. That will be next Wednesday. That is day 0. That is the launch call. Now, the launch call is where we will lay out the start of the 100-day challenge. And day 1 is April 12th. Thursday, April 12th will be day 1 of the 100 days. Now, once you register, once you sign up for the challenge, and when registered, meaning you paid your money. So being on here today, you've applied for the challenge, but until you've actually signed up and registered and put your money in the game, that's when you're in. That's when you're registered. You're going to get access to everything. So if you were at if you've signed up at the Double Your Listing Power Training Camp a few weeks ago, you already got your journal. You should have already got access to the membership site. For those of you that are just signing up today, then you will get access to the membership site. You will get in the mail, we will be sending out to you later this week. You'll be getting your 100-day List Master Challenge journal. You'll be getting an autographed copy of the Book of Yes. You'll also be getting the downloadable copy of the Book of Yes scripts, which is the updated. We actually have completely, we've made some really, really good revisions in here. So you're going to get the 2018 updated revision of that. You'll be getting that in the mail and all of that. You will also be getting to meet all of the 100-day List Master Challenge challengers, all the participants, on Wednesday by video. And so you'll be having some assignments to do between now and next Wednesday. So you'll have assignments to do, commitments to make. You will sign a challenge agreement. You've already, by filling out the application, you've already made the commitments, the main commitments that are required to the challenge. In a little bit, I will go over the actual rules of the challenge and so forth. So that's all clarified of exactly what's expected of you and what's required of you. But here's the cool thing. As we go through all of this, what's going to happen for you is we're going to be going for fast wins and long-term success. So it's going to be immediate results and long-term results, both of what we're going to be going through. So you'll be having 2 calls every week. The first call is the main challenge call every week. And then the second call is a weekly role play call that we have every Wednesday morning. And you'll be on both of those calls every week. Okay. You'll also have access to over 100 hours of coaching call replays for those of you that are new. You'll be getting access to way more material than you can possibly digest. But the reason we give you access to so much material is not so that you're overwhelmed and your head is swimming, but so that when you have a specific need during the week between calls, whatever you need help with, you can go in and you can search and find a training video or a module or a coaching call replay where we deal with that objection or with that specific question that you have. And if you can't find it, then you'll be on the Facebook private community group where you'll post your question, and I'm on there virtually every day answering your questions, coaching you, and you'll get on-demand video coaching from me when you need it, which means I'll do a coaching video just to answer your question for the 100-Day List Master Challenge. You're also going to get total lifetime access to the entire Yes Masters training site. You're going to get, there's over 60 modules. Many of those, most of those modules they're less than 6 months old. It's all new training modules. Some of them are still the older video modules. Those are being updated gradually as we go through. But most of the core modules we just reshot them here this last year. And so it's up to date. It is unbelievably powerful. It is the best, most comprehensive training resource in the industry. And you get, not only do you get immediate access to all that, you get lifetime access to all of that. You're also going to be getting and learning is the complete Yes Masters selling system. This has never been trained before. I've trained parts of it. Parts of our inner circle have been learning it. Parts of it is stuff that we're learning from the Inner Circle Mastermind and some of those guys, what they're doing, and many of them you'll get to be participating in the challenge with that are already implementing a lot of it, but really putting it all together in one system that is so perfectly refined that it will literally have sellers lining up to give you business if you execute it. And it's the most powerful thing I've ever imagined in real estate. It's so much better than anything we had when I started real estate, just because I didn't have the systems taught to me, and I had to learn so much by trial and error and going through that. You're also going to get the absolute power of association. Every single person in the 100-Day List Master Challenge has made a massive commitment of time, heart, and money to be in the 100-Day List Master Challenge. So you know that every single person in here is just as committed to their success and to your success as you are. So this is a tribe. This is a movement. This is a team that we're going to be going on a journey together for the next 100 days. Now, you also get a couple of really big bonuses that come along with that. And on the challenge application page that you guys all filled out, you were able to go through and itemize all the stuff that came with it. But I just want to highlight a couple of things. In July 9th through the 11th will be the Real Estate Vortex Training Camp. You're going to be getting 2 things in the 100-Day List Master Challenge. One is you're going to be getting lifetime access to the Real Estate Vortex online 6-week online training course, which is an additional 60 modules on how to build a 7-figure business. A lot of it all integrates with the stuff that we're going to be doing in the challenge and training you on. And you're going to get lifetime access to all of that. Plus, you're going to be getting 2 tickets to the Real Estate Vortex Training Camp, July 9th through the 11th here in Los Angeles. At the training camp, we're going to be taking and able to demonstrate and lead you through a lot of the new parts of the selling system that has never been released before, and that will be released and unveiled to you guys near the end of the challenge on July the 9th through the 11th. Now, we're going to be basically getting you all set up with all the parts of that so that will kind of fill in the gaps. We may be able to release it to you guys earlier, but we know we're going to be doing it by July the 9th, 10th, and the 11th for that. Now, here's what I'm going to tell you guys. As I looked at the value of this program and the value of having 32 hours of coaching directly with me, not some other paid coach that you don't know who it is, of having that direct access to me through the on-demand video coaching, having total lifetime access to over 12 core modules with over 60 sub-modules in the membership site, having access to the complete selling system, I believe we're talking about something that has probably a $40,000 to $50,000 value. Now, people go like, would you be willing to pay $40,000 to $50,000 for the 100-day challenge? I want you to think about it. Would you be willing to do that? And if that kind of weirds you out and go like, 40 to 50,000, are you kidding me? I just want you to think about it for a second. Compare the 100-day List Master Challenge and what you could do in 100 days compared to going to college for 4 years. And I can tell you, look, guys, I can look at story after story of people who are on this call right now and look at people like Alex Kaliliford, the people that I know of, that I've worked with, that I know their numbers, like Alex, Jacoby Kendrick, Jerry Weaver, Maruk, Michelle Sfrino, Michelle Beaver, Monique Howard, Peggy Yee, Ravi Ramachandran, Trish Round. And those I know for sure have all taken, and with the coaching that I've done through the 100-day challenge, added 6 figures to their business. Now, you take and compare, if this cost $50,000 to do the 100-day challenge, do you realize it costs more than $50,000 to go to 4 years of college now? And what do you get at the end of 4 years of college? 4 years of your life gone, $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 of college student debt not gone, and the opportunity to go out and earn an income where your starting salary, if you're really good, is going to be $50,000 to $60,000. Now, the 100-day List Master Challenge is $5,000 in 100 days. And I'm not denigrating college. I have a master's degree that I graduated with a 4.0. I was a great student. But that 4.0 master's degree never made me money. And last year, Jacoby Kendrick, who signed up, you guys are going to be with Jacoby Kendrick, and I'm not sure if he's on this call.
He's not. He's not.
He's not. Okay, I didn't think he was going to be on the call today. But he's a great example, because Jacoby Kendrick was a rookie last year. When he signed up for the first 100-day List Master Challenge he had just gone full time. He was a rookie. And his rookie year last year, he ended with over $240,000 in commissions as a rookie. Now, show me one kid that goes to college for 4 years, spends $50,000, that comes out and earns $250,000 in 1 year. Now, that is not normal. His results are not average, but it's because he doesn't perform like an average agent. But I'm telling you guys, every single one of you are in the position and have the opportunity to perform and get the kind of results that he got. And he's just one example. There's so many others that could do that. He's just one that it's a great story of a guy that started full-time last January, took the challenge, and crushed it. And that is something that all of you can do. Now, how do you do that? You do it with these 3 secrets right here. Number 1, you got to become a person that people can't say no to. You've got to have an irresistible selling system that people will line up to hire you. And you got to focus on simplicity and not be all over the place saying, I need more, I need more. You don't need more, you need better. You don't need more leads, you need better quality relationships that will actually turn into business for you. Now, if all the 100-day List Master Challenge did for you was help you get listings that you've been missing because you got stumped by objections, what would that be worth for you? If all it did was it helped you stop wasting your time with unmotivated buyers and sellers and chasing leads that weren't really leads, so you could focus on the people that are ready to do something and make money with them, how much would that be worth for you? If all the 100-day List Master Challenge did was help you beat the discount brokers and their cheap commissions, if it helped you beat and win over them, how much would that be worth for you? If all the 100-day List Master Challenge did was help you get 1 extra deal a month to your business, what would that be worth to you? And imagine what it would do for your life. You see, it goes back to that secret of top performers are the best, and that is the law of ROI, return on investment. The best invest in themselves, because the next 100 days are going to pass. The question is, you can spend the next 100 days just continuing where you've been, or you can spend the next 100 days changing everything in your life. If you're willing to push yourself harder and be pushed harder than you've ever been pushed before. That's what it's all about. And the good thing is, not only are you going to get the results for the 100 days, but you're going to get the results after the 100 days, because what happens after it is you've established the habits of success. You've established relationships with great agents that will help you elevate your performance. And you have developed the habit and the systems that will sustain you and really launch you into the long-term trajectory of the success that you want in your business. Now, I want to do a couple of things. I want to tell you first who this is not for. Now, again, a lot of you on here are already in. You already know you're doing this. So for those of you that are still not in and have some questions about it, let me just talk about who this is not for. I think we're clear on this because we tried to make it clear in the videos, in the application process. If you're struggling to just pay your bills or you're not sure that real estate is for you, this is not for you. This is for somebody who's 100% committed. You got money and you know this is right for you. Now, I don't mind you stretching yourself financially to invest in the challenge. But what I do mind is that if you don't have the money to make the investment, this challenge is too hard to do. It's too hard to do if you got financial stress going on in your life that you can't, it's out of control. So we had so many emails from agents going like, well, I'm committed and I don't, what are you going to not let me do it just because I don't have 5,000? No, it's what it takes. It's the commitment it takes to do this because we know what is required. And I got to make sure that you come in, you're committed. If you're part-time, you cannot do the challenge. You should not even be on this call if you're a part-time agent. I think we already got rid of all that. If you're looking for the next shiny object, challenge is not for you. This is about mastery and about greatness. It is not about shortcuts. There is no shortcut to greatness. There is no shortcut to mastery. And that's all we deal with. We deal with you being able to get the best business and generate business successfully because you can deliver the best results. And that is about mastery, not tricks. Okay? If you're not willing to kick your own butt for 100 days, and if you're not willing to allow me to kick your butt for 100 days, you don't need to do the challenge. If you're going to come in here and you're full of drama and you're full of excuses and you're full of stories, please do not sign up for the 100-day challenge. It will not go well. And if you don't trust me, if you're like, who is this guy? I don't know. You know what? If you don't trust me, please do not do the challenge. Okay? I want you to just keep watching the free videos, come to an event, but don't do the challenge. If you're still worried about me and if you don't feel like you can trust me as your coach, then we're just not at a point in our relationship yet that you need to do that because I don't want your money. I want your success. And if you're coming in here and you're always guarding yourself and going like, well, you know, I think you're in it for yourself. If you think I'm in it for yourself, for myself, then you do not know me and we don't need to work together yet. I'll continue to give you lots of free stuff. Okay. I'll give you the best training in the industry for free. If you don't trust me. So stay where you need to be in that. Here's who it's for. It's agents who want to be the best in their market, agents who are ready to crush it in their business so that they can win in their life. Now, if you know it's for you, then you're in the right place. If you know it's not for you, then you can get off the call now. If you don't know if it's for you yet, then you should probably get off the call now because if you don't have clarity, then that probably means you're not ready for it. I believe in the law of decisiveness that anything you do in your life, it should either be hell yes or it should be hell no. And if it's not like right now you're going, hell yes, I'm in, then I want you to be going like, hell no, I'm not doing this. And I'm perfectly at peace with that. Like I said, I'm not interested in your money. I'm interested in your success. And I only want to work with you if you know this is the right thing for you. Now, what I will tell you is that between now and next Wednesday night at midnight, it's 100% money back guarantee. So if you've already registered or you register today, when you register today, you're going to be getting access to everything. We're going to be shipping you your package. You're going to get to meet all the agents in the challenge, and there'll be other agents who are not on this call that'll get the replay and they'll sign up. You'll get to meet everybody by next Wednesday, launch day. That's day 0. Once you've been on the launch call, so you'll have everything laid out, your assignments and all of that, you'll have all that. At that point, if you feel like there's any question in your mind of is this right or not for you, then we want you out. So that day is quit or commit day. You commit all in or you quit all out. And we'll give you 100% of your money back through next Wednesday, the 11th. Now, through midnight, next Wednesday, the 11th. After that, there is no money back. There is no quitting. There is no out. It is too important of a journey for people who are not committed. So we only want you in if you're 100% committed. Now, here's the rules of the challenge. You don't need to write these down. I'm just going to read through them quickly because they're pretty simple. You will get all of this in the 100-Day ListMaster Challenge journal that you'll get a review and all that before the launch call on Wednesday. So number 1, rule of the challenge, have fun. Number 2, finish all your homework every time, no excuses, and you will have a lot of it. Number 3, memorize and follow the scripts word for word. Number 4, don't beat yourself up when you make a mistake. Pick yourself up, and you will fail. You will get beat up. You will get knocked down. When you get knocked down, don't beat yourself up. Pick yourself up. Keep going. We're here to help you, support you in that. Number 5, if you have a problem with anything in the challenge, you bring it directly to the coach. That is me. You don't take negativity to anyone else in the challenge. If you go negative and you take negative crap to somebody else in the challenge, we will take you out of the challenge immediately. And you will not be allowed back in the challenge, and you will not get your money back. If you have any negativity or problems, I'm totally understanding of that, but bring it to me, not to somebody else. If you don't like, I will promise you that you're going to be pissed off at some point. So I've done a few things today to try to piss some of you off because I need the people that are easily offended out, because this is too hard for me to be worrying about not offending you. There is no political correctness or any of that shit that we do in the 100-Day ListMaster Challenge. We are into mastery and greatness. So sometimes I will have to kick your butt. Sometimes I will have to confront you, but I will do it because I care about you and I want your success and I love you, not because I'm trying to beat you up. That's why you have to trust me. And that's why I can't work with people that are all easily offended and stuff. So yes, I occasionally on this call drop in a few 4-letter words, because if people that are easily offended by that, I know that you're going to be offended by other stuff. So we just need to shake hands and be friends and not have to do the challenge. Don't go negative with anybody but me. You can come to me with negative, we'll work it out, but don't go negative with anybody else or we'll take you out. Rule number 6, support each other and cheer for each other. This is a team effort. You cannot survive this by yourself. It is too hard. So you're going to need the support of your team. So embrace that. Cheer for each other. Number 7, celebrate every win, large or small, including your own. Here's what's required. You guys already, in the application, you already affirmed every single thing in here to submit the application. Number 1, you have to be a full-time real estate agent. You cannot be part-time. Number 2, you commit to 1 hour of daily role play and practicing of the scripts, 1 hour minimum. Number 3 is you have a daily accountability, and you will text your numbers every single day. You will report your numbers and your parameters every single day. Okay, now when I say every single day, I'm talking about every day you work. When you take a day off, if it's a day off, you don't need to report your numbers because you're having a life, and we want you to have a life. If you're taking vacation, awesome, take a vacation. Just make sure that you let your coach know way in advance. In fact, Elena has been getting dozens of emails from those of you already in the challenge, letting us know when you're going to be taking vacation and you're going to be taking time off. That's awesome. That's called planning ahead. That's called responsible. So thank you for doing that. Make sure you do that. You're required to prospect 3 hours a day, 5 days a week. Okay, 3 hours a day, 5 days a week of lead generation plus daily lead follow-up on the days that you are working. Number 5, you are required to complete all of your challenge assignments on time, every time, no excuses. If you're on vacation, you're going to have to still complete the assignment. Now, you can complete it before or after you get back. I don't care, because that will be because you'll have already let me know you're going to be gone, and we'll work that out. But there is no like, I'm wondering what you're doing because you didn't turn in the assignment. Okay. Number 6. Number 6, be on every challenge call for the entire call. So you're on the call for the entire call. You are on the call 15 minutes before the call starts. So the call starts, if the call starts at 1 p.m. your time, and again, depends on the time zone you're in and which group you're going to be in. If the call starts at 1 p.m., you're going to be on the call 15 minutes before 1. Okay? And that way, if you have problems with your internet connection or technology, or you can't figure something out, or your computer freezes, you still got time to be finished, ready, and prepared, and on time and place when we start. So we're not waiting and wasting everybody's time, because everybody's invested $5,000 to be on this challenge. They don't want to spend 5 minutes while we're trying to find you because you're irresponsible. Pros, yes. Amateurs, don't do that. They're not in this challenge. So you're on every call for the entire call. If you're going to be on vacation, I'll know in advance. So when you're on vacation, you don't need to be on the call. All the calls are recorded, replays are posted, so you have access to all the coaching call replays. You'll want to go back and listen to some of them when you miss parts. And when I say miss parts, like we go fast and you're like, I need to go back and listen to that again. Or if you're on vacation, then you can do that. You cannot miss a call for business, which means you can't miss a challenge call, any part of it. 1 minute, you cannot miss it for an inspection, for a closing, for a buyer, for a seller, for an appraisal, for any of that stuff. You cannot miss it. Law of time control, my friends. We will help you master it and you will love it. It will help you own your life. Because right now, so many of you are under this illusion that I don't have any control of my time, and oh no, they said I got to go do this, and the buyer can the only time they can go look is during this time, so I have to go. No, you don't. And you'll make more money controlling your time and controlling your life, and you'll love yourself a lot more, and your wife or your husband will love you a lot more, your kids will respect you a lot more, and your clients will respect you a lot more when you own your business, when you own your time, when you own your life. So be on every challenge call for the entire call. Number 7 is you're required to take off at least 1 day a week and do no real estate. 1 day a week minimum, you have to take off. You're going to be working 55, 60, 65 hours a week. It's hard, but you got to take time off. You got to take time off to recharge your batteries. You got to take time off for your family. You got to take time off for your dog, for your health, for something. You got to take time off. So no real estate, 1 day a week. Number 8 is you will be required to journal every single day. We're going to be laying out for you that. You'll also have personal commitments and goals that you will set that will be daily activities that you'll also be doing. You'll be required to track all of that in your journal. You'll be required to track your numbers daily and post them on the challenge scoreboard every week. Now this time there'll be a whole different set of scoreboards. A whole different scoreboard than what we've had in the past. There'll be some of it will be the same, but there'll be additional parts for your personal life. Things like you'll have a fitness commitment and other things for your mind, for your body, and all of that. It's going to be awesome. And then number 11, I missed one. Number 9 is a written business plan and written goals. So all of you will have a written business plan for the 100 days, and you'll have a challenge goals that you'll have written down. Challenge goals, how many listings you're going to take, how many sales you're going to have, how much money you're going to make, and some personal rewards for achieving in the 100-day List Master Challenge. And then you'll also be required to have a stand-up prospecting station. When you're prospecting, when you're doing lead follow-up, you will do it on your feet, not on your butt. Okay, when you're on your butt, you do not have as much power as when you're standing. And so that's going to be required that you do all that as well. I'm also highly recommending that you have a covenant of support from your family, from your friends, and from your broker. Talk to your broker. Let them know what you're up to, because some of your brokers are going to try to talk you out of it. Some of your brokers are going to try to warn you. Some of your brokers are going to try to do it because we are an industry of amateurs and they're scared of greatness. It's a threat. And so when I train you on high-level skills, you guys have seen the commercials, and then they'll say at the bottom, it'll say, professional driver, do not try this at home. Well, that is the ultimate in the real estate industry, is don't try this. What we're going to be training on is stuff that most real estate agents should not ever try to do, because as an amateur, it's dangerous. It will mess you totally up. And let's see. That's it. Now you know what's required. You know what we got going on. I'm going to open it up for questions. All right, sounds like I'm gonna have to keep it muted. So let me know what you guys are. Oh, is it? Okay, so you muted? Okay. All right. Now I get it. Elena's sitting there, and when I unmute everybody, it unmutes her, and that's when we get the feedback. All right, so questions.
No questions.
Ask questions. Tell us your name and what city and state or province you're from. Let me tell you right now. Oh, Elena, can you post the actual link for them to go in, and for those that have not registered, to go in and register? So let me tell you this. We have for what? Yeah, so Elena is going to be posting in the chat bar. Elena's going to be posting the link for those of you that have not registered and you're ready to register. Now, I have 8 bonus slots. So here's what we have. So there's one of them is a one-pay option for $49.97. And then the other one is the 3-pay option for those of you that want to do the 3-pay plan, which you pay third today. All right, whoever's got the piano going on, we got to turn it off. Not sure what that is. All right. So she just posted that. There's a 1-pay plan and there's a 3-pay plan. Now, for the next 8 people to sign up, depending on where we go, the next 8 people that sign up, I've got 8 slots left for one-on-one coaching sessions, a bonus one-on-one coaching session on your listing presentation. I charge $1,000 for a one-on-one coaching session, so it's a $1,000 bonus for the next 8 people that sign up. If you know you're ready to do it, do that. We've had, because we've already got 12 of those that are gone, and we've got 8 left. So make sure if you're ready to do it that you sign up today. All right, questions. Just tell us your name, what city and state or province you're from. If you have a question, I'm looking back through here.
Kevin, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Tell us who it is.
Yeah, I'm from New York. I just have a question. We already have the family trip in May, so it's a whole week. That is no problem, right?
No problem.
Okay, so just to let you know earlier, right?
Yeah, so just email us. All you'll do is email me and just tell me when your vacations are scheduled.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Do it in advance. Do it, do it now.
Mm-hmm.
And that way we know, we put it on the date, and those days we do not want you on the calls. I don't want you working. I don't want you to do this. It's called having a life. We want you to do real estate, and we want you to have a life. If you have more than 2 weeks of vacation scheduled, or you're going to be gone for more than 15 days of the 100 days, it starts getting hard to do challenge. But
just a 1 week.
Yeah, 1 week's no problem. Even a 2-week vacation or 2 one-week vacations, I'm totally cool with. As long as you're aware and you let us know up front. The other thing that I want all of you to do is before we start, before next Thursday, April 12th, is I want you to sit down with your family. And if you got kids that are like school age in school, is you need to sit down with them and say, let's get on the internet and let's look at your school calendar so we block out all the school events so that if there's any conflicts, then you don't want to miss your kids' field day. Then don't miss it. But make sure that if it's on the same day as a challenge call, that you let us know now and not the day before.
Okay.
Okay, that's irresponsible. And that's not just for you, that's for everyone. Okay. Great question.
You.
All right, who else? So
Dog barking.
Elena, can you tell me who are we had 3 people that signed up this week?
Yeah, so it's Nick, Beverly, and Linda and Jane.
Nick? So Beverly, yes. The answer is yes.
Yeah, I heard the question.
Okay. All right, Nick, yes. All right, any other questions? Michael in Tampa. Michael, can you talk? Okay, Michael, I'm in the financial struggle boat. Okay, when will the next 100-day challenge be? It'll be in August. So, no problem, Michael. Yeah, Michael, this isn't. If you can't pay the $5,000, don't do it. You can sign up for Mastery Coaching. Here's what will happen. We have a lot of agents that do this. They sign up for Mastery Coaching for 2 or 3 months. They do take the coaching. They go out and start making a lot of money, and then they can afford the challenge. And that's the way I want you to do it. Okay? Thank you. All right, other questions? Anybody, Inner Circle members, anybody that's done the challenge more than once? I know there's also even non-Inner Circle members doing it for a second time. Anybody have anything they would like to say or questions they would like to ask?
Oh, hi, Kevin.
Yes, Elle.
Hi, Kevin. This is Elle from Honolulu, Hawaii.
Yes.
This is my third time for 100-day challenge. Now, why do I want to do it for the third time in 2 years? Because every time when I do it, I double my business. It makes a lot of money for me, and it's most productive activity or coaching I ever had. So I'm very, very happy, because it's almost after a 100-day challenge, the next 3 months, even after finish, business just grow, double, triple.
Yeah.
It's like it's unstoppable. So I really love the flow of 100-day challenge even after 100 days.
Nice.
It's totally it's a great investment I ever made.
For sure. Thank you.
Yeah.
And it does, guys, because during the 100 days, you establish the habits of success. When we talk about becoming the person that's irresistible, becoming a certain kind of person is all about your habits. The habits of the way you think, the way you carry yourself, the way you take care of your body, the way you do everything. And in 100 days, you establish habits that will just sustain you on that same trajectory even after the 100-day challenge. So, yeah, that's awesome. All right,
Kevin, I have a question.
Yes, tell us your name and where you're from.
My name is Fadi. I'm from Novi, Michigan.
Hey, Fadi, how are you, man?
Doing great. I have a question. I work part-time, have a job, and I work 2 days a week. You think that'll be a challenge? Do you recommend taking off work for the 100-day?
Well, didn't we have this conversation in LA?
No.
Okay, you work 2 days a week at another job.
Correct.
Okay, but you're able to put in the full 50 hours a week as a real estate agent.
Correct.
Okay, that's fine. Those are basically your 2 days off. So you're going to be working your ass off, burning the candle on both ends.
That's cool.
Yep. No problem. All right, other questions? Somebody else was going to say something or ask something.
Kevin, it's Alex Colliford from Los Angeles, California.
Hey, Alex K.
I just wanted to add something for everyone they're contemplating to take the challenge or not. This is my 5th time taking it, and I can tell every single one of you that every time that I take it, I just get better and better, and I have more and more listings. So if you're thinking, I would not recommend you to go to the coaching, just a regular one. Just dive in and just get it done, man. I mean, that's what I recommend. Absolutely.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. And Alex has been since your rookie year, right?
Fourth. Yeah.
But you started, your first one was your rookie year.
Absolutely.
Right. And his business has doubled and doubled and doubled again. And he's now making so much money last year. I don't know if your business will it double this year, you think?
Well, it's going very well so far. We'll find out. I've already had 16 closings.
Already, and 16 closings in LA. That is not small coin, ladies and gentlemen. So that's awesome. Congratulations, man.
Thank you. It's all because of you, man. Thank you.
That's you do the work. That's the thing. All right. Anybody else? Questions, comments?
Yeah, this is Trish from Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Hey, Trish.
Hey, I took the 100-day challenge last year. It's my first one, and it more than doubled my income last year.
Yep.
More than doubled.
This will be your second.
Yeah.
Your second.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So do it, everyone. You can do it.
It would change the game if you're willing to do the work. Absolutely.
Hey,
Yep.
Kevin, it's Peggy.
Hello, Peggy.
Yeah. I have a testimonial. Yes, I've taken the challenge. This is my 4th challenge, I think. And yeah, make money every time and just improve my business, different aspects of my business every time. So it's great. Looking forward to it. Also a little scared at the same time every time. So, but I did have a question about taking the day off. I already tell my clients, I take off Sunday morning or Saturday morning for my kids anyways. Can I do 2 half days? Because I was thinking of taking like a Monday afternoon off and then a Saturday morning for my kids, or should I try to just do all Saturday?
Well, I mean, at your level, Peggy, that's totally up to you. you have good, and the reason I can say that for you is because I know you control your life. In other words, you don't work 14 hours a day and not spend, because I know you with your two little cute little kids and your husband. I know you guys, the way you play and the way you work your life, that all I care about is that you are having a life. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm totally cool with that. Guys, we set the parameters to protect you guys. And once you reach certain levels of mastery, then it's like, well, can I take off 3 half days? Look, I want you to work 3 or 4 days a week. Sarah Davis in San Diego worked 30 to 35 hours on average a week last year and still had her biggest year ever, made nearly $500,000. And but she controls her life. And I love that she's able to build her business and have a life. And she's had a lot of personal issues with surgeries and all kinds of stuff. And yet she's still been able to do that because she knows she's built her business right. So yeah, Peggy, absolutely. Thanks for the question. Thanks for the kind words.
Thanks.
Kevin, this is Monique. Can you hear me?
Hey, Monique, I can hear you now.
I just want to say that definitely if anyone's considering taking the challenge, your business is, if you do the work, your business is going to grow for sure. But not just your business, also mindset, systems, all that's part of this challenge. And I know for me, that's been a big game changer. I just had an agent on Saturday. She sent me a document on Saturday, and Saturday was my day off. And I looked at it on Monday, and she called me. Alex and I were just talking about this today. And she said, well, do you not get my emails? Are you not checking emails? And I said, what do you mean? And I said, I checked it today. She said, well, I sent it on Saturday. And so I didn't work on Saturday. And she was like, well, business still has to go on. And I'm like, well, my business was going on, but I didn't need to respond to you. Like you say, there's no emergencies in real estate. So you just learn different systems, of course. You learn scripts and all that. But again, you definitely learn how to manage and control your time.
For sure. Yeah, thank you. That's awesome, Monique. Excited to have you back and the challenge again.
Yes.
That's
Kevin,
awesome.
I'd like to provide a testimonial.
Hey, Robbie.
Hey, everyone. So year number 2, second ListMaster Challenge. Absolutely looking forward to it, to take our business to new heights. Year 1 was all about playing street ball. Year 2 was we qualified for the NFL, and we're going to continue that trajectory. Absolutely stoked.
Awesome.
For anybody who's thinking about taking it, if I look at myself from where I was at the end of year 1 to where I am at the end of year 2, I cannot see who I was there. Unrecognizable. Absolutely. Unbelievable. So who you become is more important with this. And when Kevin says it's all the domains of your life are going to be attacked, he really means it. And you will realize it. And it is set for excellence, the trajectory. Thanks, Kevin.
Absolutely. Thank you. I appreciate that, Ravi. That's awesome. I got one more question here that's chatted in from Cliff. I have great time management habits, but I'm completely new to the real estate industry. I'm looking to make the learning curve from newbie to pro as quick, as fast, and painful as possible. I've never had anybody want to make the path as painful as possible, but we certainly can oblige you on that. Is this the best means to that end, or do you recommend another path? I want to be doing the right push-ups a rookie should do and gain expertise they need without piggybacking on random people from their office. So yes, if a new agent, the challenge is by far the best way to go. And a lot of these agents are rookies, and I think would attest to that there's other things you can do. I've got an online course called Agent Power Launch, but Agent Power Launch is just like training wheels compared to this, because this requires commitment, and they support the accountability, the actual live coaching, and all of that. There's no comparison of what you're going to get and the way you're going to compress time, and the learning curve is going to be so shortened and accelerated. The ascent of your business will be so dramatic, you won't even be able to recognize it. So 100%, no question about it. All right, anybody else? Any other questions? Last chance. All right. Well, guys, I'm totally excited. This is going to be our best challenge yet. Just depending on where it goes, there'll be some different scenarios and things we'll be laying out, which you guys will hear about as we move forward, to make sure that my commitment is this will be the best 100-Day List Master Challenge that we have ever had. I'm totally stoked about the veterans that we'll be having back. Those of you that are new, you're so lucky because you'll have their wisdom, their leadership, their example to follow, and so forth. It's going to be awesome. So, guys, thanks. I appreciate the way you play. Continue to play to win. You'll be getting emails with the actual call-in access and launch call time for next Wednesday. Launch call will be next Wednesday. And if you have any questions, email us at support@yesmasters.com. If you're ready to go, make sure you get your registration finished and done. And we'll look forward to seeing you on the challenge launch call next Tuesday. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, Kim.